Now I'll introduce the agenda to you guys, and we should discuss and vote to validate every person's thoughts and ideas. And we'll introduce a summary of the story in our agenda. And also, we will read 2 to 5 chapters for a week, and each member should bring their books to attend the meeting. Then we use messages to communicate with each other. And the host of this meeting is rotated, and I'm in charge of the weekly meeting log. And Frederick is in charge of the recording, editing, and uploading. And now I'll introduce the chapter 1 to 2 stories to you guys. And by 1992, humans had already occupied the moon, and superpowers were also quite common. The protagonist, George Ship, is heavily indebted technician who works for the Ronciter United Company, a prudence organization that hires anti-superpowers, people with the power to render ineffective, telepathic, and prophetic, in order to protect the privacy of customers. And the company was founded by Glenn Ronciter and assisted by his late wife, Ellen. Ellen is in a state of mid-gentle body, which is a human hibernation technique that allowed the deceased to have limited consciousness and communication abilities. When consulting Ella, Ronciter discovered that her consciousness had been invaded by another memory. And the background of this story is that in this novel, most characters were arranged to be in a semi-dead state. That is a form of sensation at low temperatures, which limits the ability to see consciousness and information exchange and gradually fades away over time. A mysterious substance called Ubik begins to form when Joel's body begins to collapse, which is the only thing that can help him restore his body and the surrounding reality. Now let's invite Tommy to host the whole meeting.
So now I will host this meeting and ask my group members to answer some questions. The questions we choose is the number 4, 7, and 10. And first, I will invite Richard to answer the questions first.
And now I'll answer the question 4. And in my opinion, my favorite sentence from the assigned reading is in page 11. It said that it's so weird. I think I've been dreaming all this time since you last talked to me. Is it really 2 years? Do you know, Galen? What I think? I think that other people who are around me, we seem to progressively growing together. A lot of my dreams aren't about me at all. Sometimes I'm a man and sometimes a little boy. Sometimes I'm an old fat woman with varicose wings. And I'm in places I've never seen, doing things that make no sense. I think this sentence is my favorite sentence because this sentence reflected the real opinions of Ella, and also this sentence reflected that Ella is in a semi-dead state, and that's all of my answer.
Okay, so the next question will be given to Friedrich.
什么？哦，which question? Wait.
哎，不是刚刚人物信全说完了吗？
No，
啊，我还以为你全说完了。我说，那我是不是还要继续问他？还是不是
不要说 Chinese，我们要说 English，
啊？
柔性。
没事
没关系，可以
没事，回头
剪辑，
卡掉卡掉。就是
你说完了吗？这问题？
我
就是轮流
说完了，我说完了，
回答一个问题是吗？就是
你
就
不是
还是
你要
每个人都要
全说呀，
回答这个问题。
我知道，
全部都要回答，不能就这样回答。
是一个问题，每个人都回答一遍，然后再下一个问题嘛。
哦，对，
哦，
啊，
我的手电
是，
筒可以打开，这样这个打光是不是很傻逼啊？
我
OK
操，
啊。然后
老师讲故事。
那我们继续吧。
刘文新，你刚刚回答了一个问题，还是回答三个一起回答了
我刚刚回答了一个问题。
哦
？OK，
，OK，那我就问，那就继续问这个
你
问题。
就问一个问题，我们挨个答一圈，再
啊
问一个问题，挨个
，OK，OK，OK，
答一圈。
记得剪辑啊，Frederick。好，继续啊。
好，
屌你妈的，我们要拍一镜到底。
So the next one, I will ask Frederick to answer the question.
哪个问题来着？先答哪个？
是四吧？
四，是讲了吧？啊，favorite sentence，好的。My favorite sentence is in page 10. 这个 burial is barbaric. This sentence introduces the setting of the story, which is in this time period, people do not use burial anymore. They don't bury people into the grave. They store people's 这个叫什么digital soul in the special content. Next.
OK，你们俩谁好了？
都行都行。
嗯，
我来。
啊，那就问你吧。呃，OK，thank you for the answer of Frederick. Now I will ask Jason. So, what's your point of view of this question?
Uh, my favorite sentence is on the chapter 2, the ninth page, the first sentence. On pride in her transparent casket encased in an illumination of icy mist, Ella Rossiter lay with her eyes shut, her hands lifted preeminently towards her impressive face. I think this I think that's a very optimistic statement. So this is my favorite sentence. Okay, the
OK，
next
行吗？行不行？
行，
哦，OK，thank you for your answer. And next，呃，他就说，Linda，what's your answer for this question?
My favorite sentence in this book is in chapter 2 and page 20. The rancer popped the plug from his ear, hurriedly set down the earphone and the rest of the gadgetry. He left the stale, dust-saturated office and roamed about among the chilling casks. And this sentence use many adjectives to make this sentence very vivid, and it's introduced the setting of this story. Also, the sentence use some alliteration like popped and the plunk, and also the assonance like sitting and left in this sentence to make it this sentence well. And that's my answer.
Okay, so now I will answer this question. My favorite sentence of these two paragraphs is in page 21. Who cares about the money? Needs the money. I think this money have a lot of background information can provide to us. First, in at that time, the peoples have a lot of money and they cannot spend it because there's not a lot of value about the money, and the use of money can be more useful, like to use for the dead people, and people don't really care about it because of it, and also this can provide that the protagonist is a very rich person, and this and he can use this money uh, as a tool to connect with his own relationship. Okay, so that's my answer for this question.可以下一个问题了吗？
就词汇款。
So now I will ask the next questions to my group members. So 完了，问题叫
词汇第9不第7个。
好。Okay, so I will ask the question number 7. Search for an SAT level vocabulary word from the assigned readings to share with the group and discuss what the words mean in context with your group. So first I will invite Richard to answer the question.
The first words I find is influent. That means very smelly. And the second word I found is
不对呀，哎，这个问题他只说要找一个词，哪来的10个？你他妈臆想的10个吧，刘卫星。
不是任慧欣啊，我都已经找了6个了，你跟我讲要找10个，我必须给你处刑啊！你什么意思？
他说 search for an SAT level vocabulary word from the assigned reading。
哎，还有一个问题啊，我刚刚瞎扯了一大堆，我都不知道我在说什么，他会不会听得出来啊？
不会，
只要
他会看，
任卫星的会议
不是
记录里
他会看
写的对就行。
我们一共多少组啊？他会看每个都看40分钟，怎么可能啊？
我也觉得，我刚刚我都不知道我在说什么，
他估计就随便拉一下吧，他就随便。
应该吧？我不知道，
他是我觉得他有可能就是随机抽几个组都不会每个组的看，你懂吗？
好，没事，继续。那我开始
哎，
讲。
任卫星啊，所以只要找一个词，然后你要跟我们讨论这个词在文章里面它有什么样的深意，知道吗？
所以我们还要就是互动是吗？
废话，你刚跟个僵尸一样，朱一鸣。
那怎么办啊？
没关系，就这样吧，这是你的风格。
哦，好。
我刚把水龙头打开，哇，跟山村老师一样。
来吧，对明问问题。
问问题，
哦
七
哦，
action。
so now we will go to the next question. The seventh question. Search for an SAT level vocabulary word from the assigned reading to share with the group. Discuss what the words mean in context with your group. And first, I will invite Richard to answer the question.
I found an word that is permanently, and it means literally is that for a long time without essential change. And I also have an example sentence to help your guys to know this. Individual users can also permanently delete the control. And in this word is in the chapter two, and it's in the first paragraph. In this paragraph, the word means that Alan Seater can only control part of her body, and that also reflected that Alan Seater is in a state of semi-dead, and that's all of my answer.
Okay, thank you. The next one, I will ask Frederick to answer the question.
OK 啊，他妈说啥饭？My 这个叫什么？I find the SAT word from the same sentence I shared previously. That is barbaric. This word means it is very rude. It perfectly introduced that people do not use burial anymore. They now bury people into the digital content. That's all.
Thank you for your answer. Next, I will ask Jason to answer the questions.
I found the word casket. I found it in my favorite sentence, the chapter 2, the first sentence. This word means the casket means a small decorate box for holding jewelry or other valuable things, especially in the past. This word services as a hint in the article, and the rest of the story will develop around this word. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you for your answering. And next, I will ask Linda to answer this question.
Okay. The word I choose is in page 21 is mentalities. And in this word in this chapter is that the half-lifers have a habitual or characteristic mental attitude that it determines how you will interpret and respond to the situations. And okay, that's my answers for this question.
Thank you for your answering. And at last, I will answer these questions. So my favorite vocabulary in these two paragraphs is stilted. It belongs to the chapter 2, and uh, and the protagonist said in a stilted voice, "If this condition persists, your money will be returned to you." Um, in this word means very unnatural and uh, hardly to say this word. Um, in the context, the word was indicate the protagonist was not very happy to spend this money to, and he did not want to give this money, and that's the reason why he used this voice to answer the questions that other people give him, and that's all my answer. And now I will go to the last questions. So the last question is number 10. Make a prediction of what you think will happen next in the text. Share your prediction with your group and use textual evidence to support your respondents. 哎，等一下，他是不是要从文中找啊？
对啊，
你们找好了吗？
不是要找证据。
我知道，就是
差不多。
差不多。等一下，我先看一下。你们都找好了，那我就先问了。
来吧。
而且我已经找好，你让他回答呗。
主要是我还没看到。
我也没看到，我们没说，任心怎么办？
不是这个问题本来就是应该我们现在刚知道问题，你一提问，他们就回答，这不很假吗？
哦，
有一个思考的过程啊。
我的骚缸啊！
那怎么办呢？
任
我主
文心每
要就是人为心要
次上来，
思考，其他人可以在
哦，
别人回答的时候思考。我可以说我在人为心回答的时候我已经思考好了之类的。
那我
所以我们只需要附和一下任慧欣就可以了，是吗？
李英天怎么竖过来了？得快，我们现在要
严肃一点可以吗？
让任为心思考一会儿，让任为心思考一下。
那就等会儿吧。任慧欣，你先你想好了跟我们讲一下是什么，就是大概
好，
在哪？
give me a short period of time to to think about this question。
这句就有点多余了。
好，那就多余了，多余了。等会儿我想好直接说了啊。
所以我们需要附和是吗？我们需要说什么？
你们
我们需要，
俺们不说。
我们不需要说什么，他在那思考，我们在这边闲聊就行了。
聊什么？
那后面会怎么样吗？
你想好了吗，任为心？
哦，就是我们只需要同意或者反对就行了。
我们不需要同意，我们也不需要反对。他说完了，我们就鼓掌。好，
哦，好，好，好。那他说完了，我们还要说吗？就是我们还要说主角怎么样？
要啊，我们每个人都要回答呀。
好啊，我想好了啊。
哦，好，行，我知道了。
说吧。
呃，in my opinion, I
我是不是应
think
该还开个头
in
啊？
the 啊，
我需不要开个头啊？
你看，
你刚刚头不是开过了吗？
哦，那行，
不是，
那就让
再开一次，
你直接讲。嗯，要再开吗？
不然我待会
你再
剪不了。
开一次，任卫星就要再思考一次。
哦，那就这样。
哦，那就
不用不用。
不开了。好，任慧英直接
我
讲。
靠！
哦，personally speaking, I think that Ella will be protected and helped by somebody else because she was invaded by mischief, and she needed to be helped uh, get to get out from this situation. And also, uh, maybe the Ronsitters company will hire some people to protect their company because uh, in the chapter 1 to 2, many many people with superpowers invaded the company, and they should hire some anti superpowers to protect this company. And that's all of my answer.
哎，要不要鼓大声点啊？
我们前面两个问题都没有鼓掌，我们这个问题鼓你妈掌了。
啊，你不是说这个问题要附和一下吗？
谁说的？
啊啊，不是你
有
说的吗？
说了吗？这个问题？
我没说，哎，继续
哦，
继续，不要管。
所以就是让继续回答问题就行了。
对啊。
哦，好。So next I will let Frederick to answer the questions.
嗯嗯。I think this story will do something very important in the 之后的 story because 这个 Jory 好，过下一个问题，
啊，
讲完了。
哦，呃，呃，那个，thank you for your answering. And now I will invite Jason to answer. Uh, what was your prediction of next chapter?
I think the Ella will die because according to the passage, we know when consulting Ella, Consider discovered that her consciousness had been invaded by another midriff named Jory Miller. So I think Ella will die. Okay.
Thank you for your answering of this question. And next I will let Linda to answer this question.
I think next Ella may be still alive because Ella is the people that is very important for this company, and that's people like Ron searchers will need Ella to help them to protect their company. And also, though Jory destroy Ella's life, that but the rancher is asking the people for help to help Ella to still be alive. So I think Ella will alive in the next chapter. Okay.
哎，那个你啊，你刚刚说的是啥呀？
艾拉会死
哎呀，已经死了，
啊？
啊，这死人，大哥。
那完了呀！
不是，就是他原来不是半死吗？
哦
就是
哦哦，最后就消散了。哦，好，我知道了。
嗯，
Thank you for Linda's answer of these questions. And at last, I will answer these questions. Uh, I have the similar opinion with Jason's. I think Ella will finally disappear from this station. Uh, because I think the protagonist will come to the station for many times and ask Alice a lot of questions he cannot solve, like the person he need to catch. So I think the story will end with BE and Ella will finally dead and the protagonist may not have a positive mood, so he will be black uh black 化 and finally the story will end with a bad ending. And thank you. And that's all the three questions we have for for this meeting. And thank you.
我操，为民。
结束了吗？
中场，
我操！
不，还有
我操，
最后一句话，你让我说一下最后一句话。
啊，你说啥？
然后do we have any goals for the next discussion?
啊，That's my job，这到我说话了。We will read the next 5 chapter for the next week. For the next 3 week, each week we will read 5 chapters, and we will discuss next 5 chapters on the same time next week. 散会。
Okay, and that's all of our meeting.